Wednesday of every month.
Awesome, awesome.
And actually, we were just down at your friend Martin's one down in Stroudsburg last Tuesday.
Oh yeah. Oh, so PA's going live already.
Starting to go live, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, we're taking our time with it.
I get my first shot on Sunday, so I'll be bulletproof on Monday.
Oh, thank God, thank God, thank God.
I'm gonna mute myself because something's doing multiple layers, so I'm gonna mute up. I'll be back in a second.
No problem.
Go ahead and get started.
No problem. So Bob, welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. So I said you already got qualified already. So you already did that like first.
Yeah, day. I did that. But what I did is I did a whole bunch of stuff, Jeff. I got qualified. I got all of my personal accounts and business accounts moved over.
Yeah.
And then I let it set for a week, and now I'm a little lost. Starting next week, I'm going to go to my tenants one by one, my commercial tenants and my residential tenants, and tell them they have to move.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna say it's a change in the lease. I'll modify the lease and say, if you're renting off of me, here's where you're buying your energy.
Yeah, and you know what? It's the same to me. It's the same thing as like the landscape. Like sometimes I don't know if you have contracts in the single families. This is your landscape guy. That's it.
Yeah. And I refer him, but I you know what? I should ask for a kickback. Because he's got 5 or 6 customers because of me. So
there you go.
I don't want to get rich. Buy me a pizza once a month.
That's it. Crazy. Yes. No. So yeah. And did you do your direct deposit already?
I set up. It came on my credit card. I think I hooked up a bank account, but I'm gonna need help with all of that to get it going. I think I put it on a card. So I don't know if it's hooked to the bank account yet or not.
So there's supposed to be a direct deposit form that they have in the back office that you're supposed to just put in your account information. I don't know if it's or not. They usually prompt you when you sign in. They ask you, hey, to put in your bank account information because that's how they send you money. So you should be you should get paid this week from the bills that you put in. You should have to check they do direct deposit in your account.
Yeah, it looks like I said, the 6 of them are there. It doesn't look like the energy is actually started, but I can see 6. I can see my 6 personal accounts underneath my one.
Can you share your screen if it's possible? And we could log in and I could kind of take you through that.
Okay, let's see here.
There should be a green button in the bottom.
Yep. Let me get my ACN.
Yeah, Bob, I just made you host.
Okay, I've never been host, so I hope
down bottom there's a share screen button.
We're hosted. The only thing I learned the hard way not to do is press end. That's it. If you press end, then that's the only bad thing you can do.
All right, send to Zoom.
And Jeff, if you could send me a folder, because I'm going to hit up all my tenants and stuff, and I know way back you sent me flyers for tenants and flyers for this, and if you can make a folder, because I want to make a resource folder for everybody that joins up.
I'll do that. I'll resend it to you. So you made it put it like in a Dropbox. Is that easier for you?
Yeah.
I'll set up a Dropbox. Give me a few days because I've been like because we're launching the Tax Lien Tax Deed Academy in the next like for April 4th. So I'm doing all like a little bit.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be powerful. I think it's gonna be powerful. So then you're gonna see a lot more activity on REI Post, and because I just needed to get this out before springtime really starts. Because
the one thing I do want to do, Jeff, and it doesn't have to be today, but Steve said there's a lot fewer hoops to jump through if I sign up in my name, and I ended up signing up in my wife's name. But I'd like to move it to a company name or something.
Company, yeah. What I do is I'll send you the form for that. So it's a few hoops to do, but it's like the way you did it is easy because now there's no time limit. Meaning like you can take, there's no, like if you sign up as a company, they give you 10 business days or they deactivate your license.
Okay.
So it makes it like stressful. Like, oh, and the thing usually people join, they're like, I'm barely getting them to sign up and put in bills, let alone I need your tax ID. I need your, so it becomes like, it's like a closing. It's like a title closing. So I'm like like, you know what, let's sign up as a name, and then you can do it next year, tomorrow, 5 years from now.
That's fine. When we get the first spring snowstorm and it snowed in for a day, I'll do it.
Correct. That's exactly, that's the easiest. I had a couple police officers that just joined in Philly, and they didn't do what I told them to do. So I'm like, so now I got to spend Friday morning for no particular reason, because they're actually real police officers. They actually go on the beat. So I got to be like, all right, so send me the stuff. I got to fill it out. So spend the morning faxing stuff for them. You know, like
Steve was clear. He said he didn't listen to you and he had a little bit of stress. So I said, I'll do it.
Yeah, Jeff, when I bring on I'm bringing on 4 more accounts tomorrow. Is it going to give me credit all the way back for everything I did back to November, or is all that gone and I'm starting at 0 now? All my $200 bonuses and all that crap.
This is how it works. You gotta, and this is kind of, we're gonna go with a comp plan. I just want to go to the back office. When you get qualified, they always pay you for everything, like going forward. If you're not qualified, they don't pay you anything. So I learned that the hard way. Like when I first joined, Steve and me are very similar. I don't know if you know that, Steve, but we're very similar. Okay. When I joined ACN, like the guy who got me in was my attorney. That he wasn't my attorney; he was the bank attorney for Citibank. But we did a lot of closings with Citibank, so he was a guy that, like, I'm a lawyer that, like, it's like I do real estate, and I just happened to get my law degree because I started real estate young. And someone that was successful said, yo, go to law school. And, you know, like when you're 19, 20, you kind of do, if someone's winning in life, you follow them. What jump, how high? We did all that, right? So after we finished law school, I went straight to real estate. So people think that I'm like I know law, but there's people that really do law as that's their business. Like that's their tunnel
every day, right? Yeah.
So I'm not like that. So I know enough. It's like I could play second base, but I'm a outfielder. But you put me in second base for an inning or two, but not like, I'm not your starting second base. Like that's not my role.
Not in the bottom of the ninth with the bases loaded.
Oh no. I'm like, because of the lineup change, and, you know, like we're up by 3 runs, and I could hit, but you know, but the guy introduced me to the business, and he was so excited. I didn't follow anything he said. So the first month he made $3,000. I made $700, which was good. But I missed on $3,000 because I didn't get qualified right away, and so I wasn't in position. So Steve, you're 1 point away from executive team leader, just so you know that. So you got
right. And so yeah. Even though I'm going to lose money on my bills, I'm switching all my gas bills over tomorrow. But all of that $200 quick start bonus, all those,
that's gone.
All the revenue I generated since December is gone.
That's gone. So but you get going forward. That's why yeah. If you get qualified, now you're ETL, right? And now you start getting paid as things start happening in your organization, which that's what we're gonna go over. I just
all right, cool.
When Bob shows it, like his screen, I kind of just want to go through his back office.
All right. Well,
down on the bottom,
I'm gonna try it again.
So you'll say share a screen down the bottom, Bob.
And then it should have to.
I mean, or Jeff, if you want, if Bob throws it back, I can put my back office up.
No, it's just because I wanted to go over his customers and everything, because he put in customers.
All right. Can you see? I did share screen again, and it went blank and came back.
No, I didn't see anything. If not, what we can do is I'll walk you through the compensation plan and kind of explain what you're looking at. So basically, the main thing that you want, because you already set up yourself for the qualification. So you already did your website. You already got your.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know how to get to the website. I don't even know what I think I renamed it, and I don't even know what the hell I renamed it to.
I mean, let me see something. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna look up your IBO number. I'm gonna give you this so you can look it up. I think if you share the screen and you get to select, it gives you like options. So it gives you like whiteboard, desktop.
Okay, hold on here. Multiple participant. One participant can share at a time. Multiple participants can share some. Advanced sharing options.
So I think if you press the screen, it should give you like an ability to then pick what you're gonna share. Let me see. In the meantime, I'm gonna put in your your website. You could pull it up. I'll pull it up. Let me just put it in the chat. Yeah. Okay. Did we lose Bob? I think we lost Bob. What's up, Mike?
How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Good.
So you got to meet Amanda?
Yes.
You know she's your downline.
Is she?
Yeah, Amanda Riggs. Yeah,
She's nice. We talked to her and her partner yesterday.
yeah. So she's trying to blow this up. So she's trying to go after all the property managers, and she's a data scientist for the National Association of Realtors.
Okay, so that's what she does. I didn't ask her what she did yet, but
Yeah, so she's getting like that we're doing a deal with her in Baltimore. And we have like an investment club, so she's kind of like one of the ringleaders now. Like and now she's going after a lot of property managers, contractors, different people like that in her area.
so when you say an investment club, what's an investment club?
So basically, what we did was like it's like people put money together to invest in like the deals. So
Okay.
and we did that as an extension of the Real Estate Wealth Institute, so people can actually start get involved in real estate and kind of like really like do deals and stuff. So the first deal that we did.
So you're just like pooling money together. So I get 10 guys, we each put in whatever amount of money.
Yeah. And I promoted it through the club. So it gives so we have like 3 different things going on. So the first one was the buy and hold real estate investment club.
Mhm.
Then the next one we're gonna do is a lot more involved. There's a tax lien and tax deed academy, which has like a educational piece, and then an investment club for tax liens, tax deeds, and overages. So it gets a little bit more involved. The reason we did that is because we bringing people in, but if it's only people talking, that's cool. That's cool. But if, like if people are actually doing, then now it's like no one can come in there and say, oh, you guys just using this funnel for ACN. No, because people are really doing deals. Like it's like,
Yeah. How much they put in?
we started at minimum 2,500.
Oh, okay. So it's affordable.
Yes.
And so it's almost like a baby syndication almost. It's not a syndication, but
I say it's not legally.
Because
but
it's not.
Because you're not like, it's like we're splitting the profits, everything, but we picked a market that's easier to do, that's close to a lot of people in Baltimore, because Baltimore is kind of like equidistance for 3-hour travel to so many areas. So you hit like probably 100 million, like 100 million people can drive to Baltimore in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like and it's cheap enough. So we bought the house, let's say for 45 grand, not 15 grand, but 45 grand, but it's worth like 120 once it's fixed up. So it's like, has a little bit of juice. It's just a collect rent type of thing, but it's easier in that area because it's like there's cheap houses, and a lot of people how do you say, a lot of people can go to Baltimore for a weekend and hang out. So down the line when we do back to like regular world, we're doing tours and stuff. It's like you hit so many markets. Like you could come from New York, from New Jersey.
Because I was going to put the same thing. I forget what they call it. Shoot. I see they do it all the time online.
Bob is back.
Bob made it back. I don't know what the heck I did, but
Later.
So let me see if what I'll do is, let me see if I could.
Yeah, Jeff, you're in our house, and if you could show us how to set up a club, Mike and I want to do something like that out here. We'll talk later about that.
Oh, sure. That's easy. So let me see if I could put hold on 1 second. I'm gonna put Bob as I think I have to make Bob the host so he can share the back screen. So
Yeah, but isn't Steve the host?
Now we're throwing it like around like a football now.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So Bob got it back. 'Cause I think if the meeting's going on and the host gets kicked out, it doesn't end the meeting. They just give somebody the host.
Because I still see Steve.
No, yes, you're gonna always see Steve, but but Steve is sharing somehow.
Yeah.
So we can see what your Google
Sharing.
encryption.
I gave it up so you couldn't see that while you guys were talking. All right.
Oh no, we can
That's
no, we
because you're
can
sharing.
we can see it now. You see
But
Bob.
your host or Bob's host.
Yeah, but I don't. Maybe you started your screen share.
This will stop others' screen sharings. Do you want to continue?
Yes.
We don't
Select,
want to see Steve no more.
select a window or application you want to share.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So you put like desktop or whatever.
Or internet, whatever you're.
Yeah.
Zoom quit unexpectedly. Are you guys still there?
What's
Yeah,
the-
we
Yeah,
see
we're here.
That's what's happening. Zoom quits unexpectedly whenever I do the share screen.
Oh, really?
Let me try one more time.
If not, what I'll do is we'll go through the compensation plan. And I'm actually Bob, I'm actually gonna be out there a Saturday. I gotta be out there. I gotta be in Wilkes-Barre and up there. I think Bob froze. Did Bob freeze?
We lost him again, I think. He might still be there.
Let's see. That's the thing with technology. Technology is plug and pray. That's what we call it. Plug
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Well, he lives up in, where does he live? Up in Mountaintop. Service is bad up there. So back to us, Jeff, real quick. So it's called crowdfunding pretty much, right? That's what I was
Yeah,
trying to do.
But I didn't use that word because there's actually a law that allows you to do it. Is Real Estate Investment Club Act.
Mhm.
But basically allows you. It's like a Securities Exchange Act, which it carves out from you don't have to do syndication. Like let's say you don't have to register because let's say if you have an active investment club means that people have an opinion. They have a vote. They have to be actively involved in some. Like usually it doesn't have to be like they're going to the property collect rent. It's just they're this decision making capacity. So everybody gets a vote. So if you have it like that, that means that it's not like me coming up with a deal and telling you, hey, this is going on, and I'll tell you. No, it's like a collective. So through the process is a little bit involved to set it up. But what it did, it increased engagement rate for the people. And it's not like we're doing 100 of them. We're doing them like here and there, just to have something that's like real live walk.
I think that's great for the beginner.
Yeah.
At least get their feet wet.
Yeah, correct. And we have like a cross section of experienced people because remember at the end game, the people that are some of them are there to recruit to ACM. Yeah. So it's like do real estate and recruit. So what's happened is that some of the people, let's say Amanda is involved, and I think you would consider her new in our real estate. So, but guess what? She's excited now because she's actually doing a deal like for real. Like she's actually, so she's like, can I meet she's meeting the contractors there, and now she's trying to recruit them as well. Like, look, everyone you talk to, recruit them, and then she's like doing that kind of stuff and talking to property managers.
So high energy. She's high energy.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes it easy because I don't really like everybody got like, let's say example, we did a meeting last night, like, because it's like a real deal. So it's like, you got to make sure they don't mess it up. So they're like, yeah, we want to do decks. We want to do, I'm like, look, I feel like the father coming in the guys,
No value. What are we doing?
No value. Let's keep the budget the same. Oh, but no, that's all right. We got a couple of Mexicans. They'll knock the fence down. Don't worry about it. Like they're like you kind of tell them what to really do. Like don't worry about that. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. We got to just collect the rent. Like it's not like let's hit the rent. Nothing crazy.
Oh, we got to put granite countertops on marble floors.
They were opening. No, if you left them, they were opening walls. Like opening. It's a rental in the hood. Like. Relax. Like, they took deck. They were like, we gotta do a deck. We're gonna do like a Zoom room. I'm like a Zoom room. Oh man. But I let them talk so they can have fun because I'm watching them. I'm like, oh yeah. Zoom room. And then I was like, look, I told Amanda, look, we gotta change it because now the budget was 20 grand. Now I'm like, now it's 40 grand a rehab. I'm like, no. We only got so much money. Like, let's keep it cheap. Let's keep it cheap. So it's all good. It's fun, but the recruitment ratio is high for ACN. Like literally, like I think 80% of people that join that club end up joining ACN.
Good.
Like there's some holdouts. There's still holdouts, but now they can't say they don't have 199 because they invested 2,500 or 5,000. They're like, dude, you got 199.
Yeah,
have it. So it's kind of created like a little group that's like independent, and now they have like now they're setting up their own mentorship stuff. Like so they're actually Amanda has by doing that because he's learning to now the brand new jacks in real estate have their mentorship group. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. So they have newer people so there's people that are new, but they know a little something. And there's people that don't know nothing. So now they're mentoring the people that don't know nothing. I'm like, perfect. Like,
hey, that's great.
Yeah. I love it. Go ahead. I don't care. It's like, but that's we're getting, it's like a funnel. Like they create their own thing. Well,
that's what you want. Yeah. And actually me and Steve are building that here.
Yeah.
We might have 20 kids wholesaling for us now.
Oh, perfect. That's how you do it. And then you don't have to go crazy, man. It's like,
No, I just take after money.
But hey, you do. Hey, you look. The truth is, you're figuring out the deal because half the time that's the challenge.
They don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to run comps. They don't know anything. But if they could find the deal.
Correct.
Don't lose it. That's why I don't mind talking to the people.
Yeah. That's the thing.
They don't get it.
I think that's the win going forward. Is like the stuff that we're doing. Like I think, like I'm not saying the real estate is not. It's just that, like if it's like what Anthony Robbins and them figured out years ago, or what's his face, Grant Cardone. Like they figured, like they're doing real estate, but they're like, look, if we talk about it, we could charge just so much money by just talking about it. Like so he joined EXP. Grant Cardone, I saw. He's like talking about it hard on somebody sent it to me like on an Instagram or something where they so they're doing like everybody's kind of doing something similar, but I think we got a little vein of road to go forward. Yeah. That's a little bit, it's a little bit more touch, like it's a more touch to it. So I think we'll do good with it with what we're doing.
Yeah, because I have a lot of people in New York that I could crowdfund all day. So that's why I was looking into crowdfunding.
Yeah, no, in your backyard, you can
money and use it.
In your backyard, you could do a lot of deals. That's because there's not that many markets right now that are decent. Like most of the markets suck now. Like,
and someone in New York, they say, yo, if you can give me 5,000, 5,000 to them is not a lot.
Yeah.
If I ask someone in Wilkes-Barre for 5,000, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But so for 5,000 for a New Yorker to get involved in real estate.
There's no other, like they're not like New York City right now has no opportunities. Like I mean, as a broker, maybe as a broker agent, maybe you're doing loans or something. But even the wholesale is a little tricky. It's like a little tricky.
Yeah,
the foreclosures are not flowing right now. So there's
people are leaving. Yeah. So maybe Westchester, Rockland though has been pretty busy. I have friends there. Westchester, Rockland, Orange County.
But to make the deals that people are making are tough. I mean, it's like they're a little rich. I mean, like the margins. Like you can't the buy and holds. I mean, to me, like if you compare it to let's say Wilkes-Barre, like it's not even like the same. Almost, I would say the same net rent might cost like 120 grand in Wilkes-Barre, and it'll cost like 700,000 in New York to get the same net rent.
Sure.
Net rent.
You need $1 million to get what you get here for 100,000.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even register as a thing to do. Like it's not in my mind. I'm like, I don't try to knock it because there got to be people doing whatever they're doing.
But a wholesale deal could be good.
But you gotta find it. Like you can do it, but it's like a lot of competitors right now. So it's like it's a lot of. So you got to find a nasty deal that's like really upside down and everything's ugly, and then you can do it. But it's like. The courts are not pushing foreclosure right now. So there's not as many people that are in the firing line too.
Yeah, well, the governor sucks and the mayor sucks. So
yeah, and then you go buy and hold in the rents. You don't know if if like I'm doing a deal now, and and then the tenant hasn't paid rent since 2019, since December 2019, because they were in the eviction process right before this COVID thing hit. So basically, they were like almost about to get kicked out. Their court date was coming up, like in let's say March 22nd, right?
Yeah.
So they stopped paying rent since December 19th, and then finally the court date comes up, and then they shut everything down, and then that's it. That's it. So they've been in the house from such a long time, and wrecking the place.
8 months, maybe. Yeah, forget it. They're not going to care.
About a year now. They haven't paid a rent for like over a year, and you can't kick them out in New Jersey right now. If you read the rule, you can kick them out, but you have to kind of have like a finesse to it, and the court still would have to grant that eviction, which they may not. You may get to the point where you're legally correct, and they still
They'll backfire on you.
And the sheriff won't evict them. So the rule right now is until Murphy lifts the emergency order. Then once he lifts it, it's 2 months from the way the rule is written is you can't evict someone. Is the eviction order the emergency order ends 2 months later. So you have to wait 2 months.
6 days. Yep.
60 days from so that means that and they extend it every month now. So now he's like a month-to-month lease. It's like he gets up to the last day, and then
One more month. Yeah.
1 month, and then so so there's no clarity. The only person that I think is providing some clarity, I think, to the point is Biden now. Biden's like, all right, so he's seeing July. All right, he's talking July. So to me, I'm like in real estate, when they say like they're gonna close in July, all right, give it to maybe October. But at least it's at least. But imagine the landlords.
Yeah, it's killing. I mean, I'm a landlord too. I mean, everyone pays me late, but that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, but if they're paying is different. But if you're, I don't have people that are not paying, luckily. But the people that are not paying, how you get them out?
Drag them out.
Yeah, you can't. That's what I'm saying. It's tricky. It's a little tricky. But the point is that then I think us doing what we're doing, we're in a good place. And then when the market resets, then we're gonna be in a great place. Because then all of a sudden, a lot of these properties they have to get marked down. I don't think they're gonna stay going up.
No, they can't.
They can't physically.
Steve.
Oh, Bob,
do we know where Bob is?
He goes, are you guys out?
He just texted me.
Oh.
He said, he somehow fell out again. Meeting host has to let him back in.
Oh, I don't think there's
Jeff, I thought you were a host. I didn't even know he went away.
Oh, no. Steve is a host. Oh, there he goes. I was waiting for him to come back. So
welcome back, Bob.
So what I'm gonna do is, Steve, can you put me host? And then what I do is I'm gonna just go over the comp plan. Let's start there.
Yeah. So, sorry, Bob. I didn't even know you were gone. I was kind of wondering what was happening.
Oh no, he was. We were waiting for him to come back. So me and Mike were just like,
yeah. So this isn't gonna work with me trying to share anything because Zoom keeps stopping.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be if you're available Saturday, I'm gonna be out there Saturday. I have to do a couple of real estate errands, and if you're around, we can meet and I can kind of help you with the back office. Are you available on Saturday at all?
Yeah, Saturday I should be pretty much wide open. Are you going to be in the Wilkes-Barre area or what?
I have an appointment in Wilkes-Barre and up in Luzerne, like 2-3 appointments that I have to do.
Okay, I'm 20 minutes away in Mountaintop. So
what I do is I'll call you when because it's only I have to go to 3 properties. So and they're not like hard appointments. It's not like if I'm
and Saturday for me is wide open, Jeff. So as long as I got absolutely nothing going on. I got a new tenant moving in. If I have to do anything with him, it'll be 10 minutes and that's it.
So it'll probably be a picture like around likely 2-3 o'clock because
and anytime you give me 20 minutes heads up, just say, how do I get to your house?
Correct.
Give me and that's all I need.
Good, perfect. And then we can then it's easier because I can see your back office. So what I'll do is right for now, I'll just kind of go over the comp plan.
Okay.
Quick. And this is very specific. So what I like about ACN so far, why I stuck with ACN and it's been good is that they do pay, exactly what they say, 100%. The only catch is that they pay exactly what they say. So if you follow it very specifically, it works. So the way the business works is you have to be customer qualified to make any money. So customer qualified means that you have 3 services and 7 points. So as long as you maintain that status, every single month they pay you residual, and it sets you up for more progression in the business. So you're customer qualified. So the thing I just want to see, the services were active in your back office. So I'll show you that where you can see it, and you could always manage it. Because the reason why I mentioned that as a small point is that sometimes you can put in a bill, right? Let's say someone puts in a bill and they don't take the bill because the person, let's say, may have like a $3,000 overdue electric bill, like, so they may not.
How do you get the personal customer points? Because I think I have 6, but I have 6 services.
6 services, and I think I saw 8 points.
Okay. Then I'm good, right?
Yeah, you're good. You should. That's what I'm saying. I want to just double check it to see this cleanup, because the thing that you will see is that in that customer list, it will say whether customers are active, pending, or they're inactive, like for whatever reason. Because sometimes it's for things that have nothing to do with anything. Sometimes like the customer gets entered and let's say the name is Bob Derwin, but technically for some reason PPL don't have it like that. It's like Bobber Derwin because they just have a misspelling. It's real like, and then that means that they have to correct it, and you wouldn't even know like that they misspelled the name. Like they've given me one of the utility companies a middle. I don't have a middle initial, but they're giving me the middle initial S. So certain agencies for 20 something years now always put an S in my name that doesn't. I don't even know where they got it from. Like it's just like so. I mean, some cases like that could read like a wrong customer, and then it'll kick the customer out, whatever. Like you could tell in the customer because it'll give you like a status update. So I'll show you that in the back office.
All right. Just one more quick question. How do you get a personal customer point?
When you put it in the website, when you see you have your website. Let me see if I have it in the chat here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Hold on. I think somehow I can't see the.
So is 1 point like one utility for one customer is 1 point? 2 utilities for one customer is 2 points?
No, it's different. Here's a points total, so you can kind of see it. So you see where it says that certain type of customer. So let's say if it's identity theft protection, it could be 2 to 8 points. If it's a business, it could be up to 100 points. The wireless could be 1 point, and typically it's like 6 points if it's Sprint or Verizon. Alarm service is 8 points. And whether it's resident, and it tells you whether some of them is for residential and business could be different points.
Okay.
And then they give you like AT&T is wireless is 2 points. The TV is 4 points. It gives you like the type of plan. Like if it's Optimo Mas is 2 points. Whatever. It's like very specific. So
I see. Yeah, it's all broken down. That's fine.
Yeah, and you just go, and you don't have to memorize anything. It's in the back office, but also we kind of work the business so much that we kind of know, and eventually you start learning it like that because you start you like we don't do like so many services, so it's like eventually that energy guy like I only focus on like certain services, so they're the same points repetitively, right? So okay. And I assure you this, that you want to go to executive team leader position. The executive team leader position is where they start paying you those weekly income checks when people join. So that's a position where Steve is 1 point away. We gotta get Steve to ETO. So basically, and once that happens now, as people start joining your organization, you start getting more money. And then over time, you keep growing the business, it gets bigger. The checks can be very, very significant. Like even up to 7-figure, annual type of stuff. But basically, this is where the meat and potatoes, especially in the real estate side, is a residual income. So every customer that you sign up, you get up to 20% of the bill, right? And notice that we say up to 20% because it's like based on how many customer points you personally have, they start you at 3%. And then as you keep adding more customers personally, they go to 5%, they eventually 10, 14, 17, and then 20. And something that I mentioned is that if you put in, let's say, 40 points, right, worth of customers, right, and you never paid attention again, like you just like disappeared, you're doing something else, you still get the 5% residual. So there's no quota system. But if you drop 1 point, then it goes to 3%. So it's good to monitor it. Like it's like a stock or something where you're just seeing how much.
So when you're getting close to the next level, you wanna go, and if you got to get 4 points somewhere, it's worth your while to go out and dig up a couple more customers.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. So and sometimes like I make these stupid jokes when reps are in for a long time, you essentially become friends with the people. So like one girl I'm telling the joke is that she was at 59 point. So I'm like, it's like it bothered me so much because she's not super active. She does like signing, like a signing agent, and she gets customers that way. Like whenever they do signings, she'll get a customer, right? But she kind of got a little bit lazy. So I'm like, hey, you got 59 points. You're 1 point away. So it's like, it bothers me. It's like saying that with someone having the zipper down. I'm like, you're getting 5%. You should get 10. You know, she go, all right. You know, so she got the point. So that's kind of how that works. And then as your network grows, they also pay you 4% residual. So that's the part that as your organization is growing, you're gonna have people that sign up in the business that you know very well, and you introduce them to the business. But then at some point, it's not going to really be about that. It's going to be like their network and then those people's network. So eventually you start getting paid on a lot of people you never heard of before. So it says level 1 through 5. This is where they pay you the 4% residual. So it means that any property manager that you know, like anyone that's doing a lot of billing, like high billing volume in terms of they may not look at their business that way. They may say, oh, I got 50 doors, I got 100 doors or whatever. But they don't know that yeah, those 100 doors represent, like, let's say $50, $60, $80 of electric per apartment, that they can be getting paid up to 20% of it. They may not look at it that way, but after a while I look at it that way. I'm like, oh yeah, like, so how many units you own? How many properties you manage? How many? Oh, I try to be polite about it, but I feel like a vampire now. I'm like, oh, so how many oh, you have 500 units? Oh, okay, interesting. You know, like, because it's like, I know that's if they fund the downline, that you're gonna get 4% residual on the bills. It's like, you know, and they get 20%. So that's kind of like how it looks like. So anything could be you know, someone that you never do any business with at all across the country that has 100 units, 10 units or whatever, they go on your team. Now you get a 4% cut.
Okay.
And again, it's like, you're helping them, but you're helping yourself. It's like that's what I like about it. It's like you get 20% residual. That means that you put in at least 200 customer points. That's probably, at least, if his energy is probably at least 100 units worth of apartments. So then I know it could be less because if you put internet TV, but if it was just only electric and gas residential, that would be at least 100 units. So that means 100 units is 20% of that is a lot of money, you know, so residual. But then if that falls on your downline, you get 4%. And over time, you're going to get way more customers, almost no matter what you do in your network, because it's like that moves fast. So I have customers personally, but I got thousands and thousands of customers in my network. So that's really where it lives. And anything below level 5, you get paid off at regional vice president. They pay you unlimited levels. So I mentioned that. That's not, it's not like, it's a simple business, but that's not like easy to do. Like, it's not like a overnight thing, but it can happen for most people that just do the business regularly. And especially today, I think you're gonna have a different era of network marketing and ACN, because all these bills are so tied to the real estate. And when the market turns, which I'm one of those believers that is gonna turn sooner than later, there's never been a point where you can get paid off electricity bills and there's a real estate crash at the same time. That has never, that I know of, has ever coexisted. Because in 2008, ACN was selling video phones. So it was like, you know, like most of us wouldn't have done ACN in 2008. Because who are gonna sell phones? Like, what do you, like, that sounds weird. But now it's like, it makes sense because of the bills. So then this is where I live in the business. So the reason why I say that, because the residual takes time to build up. Like, so in the initially, your checks may not look like anything. They'll trickle in. That's the best way to say it for most people. But here they're going to give you upfront money. So once you get I start at 5 services and 10 points, because they pay you $200 if you do that. So right now, you show that your 6 services 8 points. So if you put in 2 more points, they're going to give you $200. So that means that pays you your license back. So that means that you're already you already made your money back. But then they pay you the residual. But as you add more customers, they give you more upfront money. So this is a great thing to do, because what happens is that if you get a good story, like, let's say, again, the $700, when I got it in the first 30 days, wasn't like a big deal, but it was because it proved that the business worked. And so the next month I made $3,000. $3,000 wasn't a big deal, but it was like, hey, it really works. And then 6,000 the third month wasn't like a big deal, but it's like, wait a second, this really works. And and then just now you get a check every week, like every month, like, so that's kind of like if you make money right away, you tend to believe it, and then you'll move faster, and your people and that you introduce it to, they'll move faster. And then that naturally give you checks. So I tend to say, hey, look, the easy money to get is just put in some bills, because we can control that. And then they set this every month. So it means that once you're past your first 30 days, they reset it again. So let's say your first 30 days maybe started last week. So now let's say let's say, I guess the next month is March already. So at some point in March, you'll get a fresh new month. So let's say Steve and Mike, they get a fresh new month in March. So they put in bills in March, they all count towards a new customer promotion. So like a new set of customers you can get paid of. Like I hope I explained that correctly. But it's like you could always get paid these customer bonuses. But in the first 30 days, you see where it says new ETL in 30 days. If you become ETL in 30 days, they'll give you a $425 bonus. And it tells you, it says new ETL in 30 days, fast start bonus potential. New IBOs will start date in February who reach ETL in the first 30 days with a minimum of 15 downline points, meaning that you have somebody that signs up, or a couple of people that sign up that put in a handful of customers, they'll give you $425 plus your upfront bonus. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then the last point is that when you refer people to the business, you get paid money too. So that's the recruiting bonuses. And then over time, what happens is people start sharing it with other people. And then week to week, the income starts growing. And I'm not like a big, I do ACN, but I do real estate. So I kind of merge in my mind, I already merged the two. So I don't expect that from people when they first sign up. So the way that we explain it is you share the business with people, we present it, and then people decide. That's kind of how we leave it. Like we're not like hardcore, like, oh, gotta do ACN. That's like a terrible thing to do to the business. Like if you just, like people, like you explain it, hey, look, there's a way to get paid on bills. Some people, like I was a skeptical person, really, when I signed up to ACN, I laughed because I came with because I had a real estate office, and my real estate partner, he was a little bit older than me. So I was 36 when I joined, he was 58. So it was like, I was skeptical. He was more skeptical, it's that kind of weird. Like it was like a yin and yanger. I don't know how to say it, but we just signed up because it was an attorney that introduced it to us, and it made sense. But we were like, what did the guy's name is Orlando? What did Orlando get us into? And then the ACN cost $500. So we're like, oh man, he goes, yeah, but if look at the worst case scenario, if it's a waste of money, he's gonna buy us dinner. That's literally how we look at it. If it's a scam, whatever. But we did put in bills though. So we put in the bills, and that's how I got paid my money like right away, and he got paid money. The only difference is that his name is Craig. So Craig signed up, like we signed up together. So we came to a meeting just like that. And there was a lot of real estate people in the same meeting. So it was like a developer from Staten Island, an attorney. So it was like all these people, and we didn't understand like the whole concept at all, because some people were already in the business and some people were new in the business. So we didn't know. And that's when they had Donald Trump as the spokesperson. So when we went into I came late, so I even missed the video. So I just saw that Donald Trump goes, and how he did it just how I don't know how he does his hand, but he goes. Yeah. He goes, you do it, or what? It was right in the thing in the end, right? He was like the last word, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, I don't get into politics. I grew up with Donald Trump, so Manhattan. I grew up like his buildings, everything. So yeah. I never was against him. So I'm like, and he was in politics when then he was like apprentice Donald Trump. So it wasn't like you're not even thinking anything. You're like, oh wow. In my mind, I'm like, they had the money to pay him to do the advertising, so it got to be somewhat real. Like that's why I kind of was like. Orlando saying it, they paying that guy, is electricity. No, why not?
Yeah, everyone's got to buy it somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I really couldn't argue the point. So the main thing I did what you did, I qualified myself, right? I put in bills. They send me money for that. That's why I want to make sure in your back office that you have everything set to get paid. So then, because that was a big deal, because I got a whopping $97, right? But in my local community, everybody's in real estate, because I grew up in real estate. I was 19. So everybody, pretty much only my sister is the only person that I think that I know well enough that never did real estate, because she didn't do it. I even said, hey, get approved for a loan. She's just not interested in anything. That's the only person. Everybody else is in, like my parents, everybody I had to deals with. So everybody has this like little thing like makeup that, oh, I already know. So that was a hostile crowd for this business. So the difference was that I got $97. So when I showed $97, we had some people that were like, you got $97? I'm excited. And some people were like, $97, leave me alone. But then I got $397. Oh, some people were like $397. And then some people were like, let's see how long that lasts. Then I got $497. Oh, look. And then it started becoming like a fun thing to do, because everybody around me was, oh, I got 97. I got 5. And sometimes I'll get less money than the people that join after me. So I'm like, yo, you got 700. Well, I only got 400. Like, so it became fun. Like, it became fun. And to me, and I will explain it. I follow the steps. I went to a training. So I'm going to send you the info for the Zoom training. It gives you a lot more information. But for me, when I started taking it seriously is when I got introduced to Mike and Pat Mazer, and I saw that they were making $250,000 a month residual. So that was like, when I saw that, I'm like, how do you do that? And then that's when they said, look, if you want to take it more serious, focus on, they told me go reach on a director. So then that's when I started taking it as a business. But probably the first 3 months, it was like literally like we hanging out, having fun, like kind of like that kind of scenario, which is good. It's good. It's just that I always mention that it's good to take it like a business at some point, you know. So that's kind of what I say, because there's really no negative. I don't like, we've made a lot of deals off it, met a lot of good people. The bills are this like you know how they're talking about in Texas, like the rates went up. That's if you didn't lock your rate. If you lock your rate, doesn't like nothing, like those people had a fixed rate.
Yeah, they have adjustable rates out there.
Yeah,
they never use their heat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So some people have variable rate, they get hit, and then they have iterations of that. Zoom doesn't really do. Like they had programs where they do by day. Like we just do fixed rate, but they're normal. There's like you get billed like normal. So we don't have, it's not like the next thing. Like, you know, sometimes people chasing the next thing. This is like, it's a regular rate. In Pennsylvania, what I noticed is like, if you look at every 12 months, right? In a 12-month cycle, the fixed rate, maybe 7 or 8 months out of the year that I've been noticing it, is cheaper than the utility rate. So maybe 3 or 4 months the fixed rate is a little bit more, but then most months the fixed rate is less than what the utilities offer. It says it most of the time. Like I think the last 3 months, because I mean I don't track it to that level, but I just notice it because I do like a lot of business in Wilkes-Barre a lot of times. I'm just not always the one putting in the bill, so that's why I don't always know anymore. But this is especially PP&L. Like if PP&L and Meta usually is cheaper. UGI is like, I don't know, like because I don't have as many like UGI Electric. What's the zip code over there?
18704. It's fine.
So and they'll tell you, so that this is why I like that market, because the electric is irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Everybody here?
I can't hear you, Jeff.
You lost me?
Yeah.
How about now?
We hear you now.
Okay, I think, yeah, I said your internet connection was unstable. But you see here, it says enroll today on Sherlock 4 or Sherlock 12 fixed rate plan and lock in rate lower than the current utility. So it means that someone can actually, like they'll see that probably, I can't promise it, but the last 2 to 3 years that I've been noticing it, like I want to say at least conservatively, half of the time, the utility rate, fixed rate, is cheaper than the variable rate through the utility. So it means that when someone goes in there, it's not always like that in every market. So someone goes in there for no cost, they can lock in the rate. So it means that you could always kill it with customers, like electric, and it has electric heat, and not too many people know about the business like that's doing ACN out there. Not that many. Like some people are starting to do it, but through a lot of effort, you know, like that kind of thing. But it's starting to break through that there's some people that are doing it that people know. So they're like, oh yeah, like you have names to drop. But then basically over time, what happens is like that market is pretty much like a very expensive electricity. Like compared to, like, let's say I'm in New Jersey, we got gas is expensive, but electric is not so expensive because usually most people run off gas heat. So then a lot of people like the electric is a little bit pricey, but it's not as all encompassing as the electric heat in Pennsylvania. It's not the same thing. You know, it's a bigger disparity. And like, let's say a bill would be $300 of electric. In New Jersey, you might pay $60, you know, in the winter, 60, you know, it's like, because you're paying your gas heat it will be high for a couple months, but then all of a sudden it's not like consistently as high. So it's not as, so that's why I like that market. So, yeah, any questions?
No, I think the little bit of my uncertainty that if we spend 15 or 20 minutes together on Saturday, I think I'll be good. I just want to make sure that mine are good. I can get to the website, and I've got, you know, rough count 18 or 20 services that I can get added in the next week or two.
Oh, perfect.
As I hit my hit up all my tenants.
Oh, perfect. Let's do it. So what we do is so I'm gonna text you I want to make sure I think I have your number. So let me double check. Real quick. 1 second. I'm pretty sure I have your number, but I don't want to. Let's make that assumption. You wrong. 570-301-8414.
That's correct, Jeff.
So I'm gonna text you the link to the training tonight at 7. Is a Zoom link, and then Saturday I have a meeting. I have an appraisal and 2 meetings that are quick. They're like, you know, like look at a property and get the heck out. So
I'm not going anywhere. I'll be right around the mountaintop area. So like I said,
give me
20 minutes heads up. That's all I need.
Yeah, and I'm leaving from Plymouth. So how far is Plymouth from?
Plymouth, 20, 25 minutes.
Okay, so I'll call you as soon as I'm leaving from Plymouth to your house, and then I have the laptop. We just go over the thing.
And I mean, I live literally a minute off of the interstate, 90
Okay.
seconds off of the interstate. So it's easy.
Okay, perfect. That works. Yeah, and then we go from there.
Okay.
Perfect.
And Jeff, if you can send me that login for tonight at 7 as well.
I'll do that.
Because I also we also have Richard, the guy that we were talking about with the sort of the third leg of Mike and me.
Okay.
Should we get him on this call, or should I just see if he can come to tonight's call?
I would get if he saw the business already.
Yeah. He saw this business. He's on board. That's fine.
Yeah, if he saw it already, that's a good call because it just gives you more level of detail. Like, you know, like we can't
Okay, yeah.
we can go 20 minutes, like, but they already have it set up, so it gives you more of a visual of how the whole business works. And then they do testimonials like pretty much like it's a more diverse testimonial base. So sometimes some people, like I might speak to somebody and how I talk and everything I say doesn't resonate. But then, that guy resonates. It just like that's the part of it that is a hard to call. It's like so it makes it that those trainings are actually good for a second look. So yeah, so I'll shoot you that as well, and then but I have it on my schedule to meet you, Bob, to Saturday.
Okay. So tonight's call is at 7 o'clock. Will I get an email or a text?
I'm gonna text it to you now.
Perfect.
All right, perfect. All right, cool.
All right, guys. Jeff, I appreciate your time, and I'll watch tonight's meeting, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
All right, thanks a lot.
And Bob, Mike, I guess we'll see each other in about 5 minutes on the other thing.
Okay.
Later,
Later, Jeff.
the same link, Steve, in 5 minutes?
Yeah, same
Okay.
link. Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Thanks.
I'll put you as co-host, Steve.
All right, thanks. Bye, man.
Thanks, Jeff.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.